Welcome to Intuitive Seek. My name is Mary Train, and as an intuitive guide, energy healer, and meditation teacher, I aim to bring you a grounded approach to all things energy and intuition. Everything I share is with the hope to help you remember how your unique power of intuition is your own greatest teacher. Hello and welcome. Welcome to your Intuitive Week, your energy update for the week of January 12th. This episode may be coming a bit later to you or even the next day, depending where you are in the world. And that is because I have been super busy with work and we are moving and have moved, but it is still a process. And we have moved out of a place after 9 years, and it has been a lot. It has been a lot. But I will share more about that another time because there are so many lessons about energetics and especially how much space I've made with how much I've donated and released and just let go of like my personal items that I've been carrying around for over 20 years. I went through a really big purge, but it also felt like a spiritual purge. And it really does shift so much. So I'll save that for another episode because even though I was toying with the idea of kind of taking a break for this week because of how much was happening, I kept getting the intuitive message that there was something in the meditation that even if it is short, for me to, take at least 30 minutes just to do it and share what came through with you. And so I did, and I'm so glad I did because it has already helped me with all the information that I received, and I will share it with you now as well. And remember, with these energy updates, everything that I receive in the meditation with the intention to offer insight, guidance, symbolism, messages, anything that will help us, you and I, through the week with more clear vision and with a more grounded kind of focus. And this week, we have a new moon. So I am so glad that I took the time to do this for us because it is a big week. So take what resonates, leave the rest, use it as a way to develop your intuition by trusting what feels like a message for you and then letting go of whatever does not. So I will share what came through in the meditation, and then I will share a bit about the new moon, and then the animal that came through, and then a few writing prompts, journal prompts to help us dive even deeper into the themes and opportunity for this week ahead. So when I first opened up the meditation, immediately someone took our right hand with their left hand and started to lead us. We were immediately kind of brought with them, kind of like a come this way somewhere. It did not feel like we were overwhelmed by someone else's authority to lead us somewhere. It felt very joyful. And we weren't just walking with them or even running. We were almost walking through the air above the ground. And the feeling was, let's go this way. We're doing it together. It felt so supportive, but also deeply magical. And this felt like a new start. This felt like new support. So maybe this is the week to open up in new ways to your personal support in the material and the physical, but also in the ethereal, in the spirit, in the unseen. How can you be led by your enthusiasm, by your knowing, by your determined inspiration? How can you work with your intuition and listen to it in new ways? Maybe it's speaking differently this year. What have you been ignoring about your natural intuitive connection? And this really makes me think of the new moon that we'll have later at the end of the week, the first new moon of the year, of this calendar year. We have so much support for this in astrology, in the unseen, and also in the grounded, practical reality of our lives. And since it was our right hand, the hand that we, not always literally, but symbolically, the hand that we give and take action with, and then we are being led, taken by the right hand and led by someone's left hand, the receiving hand, the ethereal hand, the unseen hand. It feels like this week we will have opportunities to give, to share. And for what we give, the opportunity feels like it will be received in new ways, in that maybe the momentum. It feels like this week we will have opportunities to give. And for what we are able to give, share, that it will be received, that the opportunity is for it to be received in new ways. And then the momentum happens, the momentum that many of us might be searching for. It is about using that action, the giving, the sharing, that part of our energy, because people and the world and the universe, they're waiting for us to give something. So, what have you been resisting to give? What have you been resisting to give to others? What is the world waiting to receive from you? And we can look to Capricorn for the inspiration, because this new moon is in the astrological sign of Capricorn, ruled by the sea goat. So you have the water and the earth. So a really nice balance of strong emotional intention, but then grounded work and perseverance. And Capricorn is also ruled by the planet Saturn, which is associated with structure and discipline and responsibility and also time. And if you have Capricorn placements, everybody has a house in their birth chart that Capricorn rules. But if you have placements already, also Saturn's influence on Capricorn can manifest it in the way of a very strong work ethic, a focus on long term goals, and a desire for achievement and recognition. We can be so inspired by the astrology of this new moon in Capricorn, the first new moon of this new calendar year, this year one, this year 10 that some people say, which is the zero on the one that also offers new beginnings, but in a destined kind of way. And Capricorn for this new moon can remind us what we need to focus on for structure and discipline and responsibility and legacy and time. In this new moon at the end of the week, we can set those long term intentions, not just for the month, not for the 28-day cycle, but for the year and for the years, because we are starting a new cycle, right? We're in the year of one. There's so many ways to see how new 2026 is. And what are you building this year with what you can give and share from your most confident, grounded, responsible, disciplined, focused, but also able to see the big picture in the long term from that part of you? What can you set an intention for to be supported by this new moon cycle? And because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and I've said a few times already that Saturn rules time, this feels like maybe some guidance around time, to look at where we feel we have lost time or missed our chance because of time or haven't had enough time to do. Where and what in your life do you feel that time has been the biggest hurdle or block? That might be where you need to focus your energy and your intentions for this new moon. And the way you set your intentions could be more focused on what came through in the meditation, where it can be, I am so grateful to give fill in the blank so that I receive, not I will, but so that I receive. I almost even said will because it's natural when we don't see it physically in our world. But what can I give, fill in the blank, so that I receive? So setting the intention with wording like, I am so grateful to give, fill in the blank. What are you sharing? What are you giving? What is the action? So that I can receive. And what is the long term goal? What is the desire? What is the grounded, authentic desire for your legacy? That's also another word that people talk about with Capricorn. Be dramatic about it. So that really feels like that was the focus. What came through in the meditation for us to realize what we need to give, what we need to share, that it will be received and is waiting to be received. And all you have to do is pay attention to it. And then, of course, the best part is we have this new moon in Capricorn, which will support that giving and sharing, setting those intentions so deeply. So I hope you take the time this week to do that. And don't forget about your unseen support. Don't forget about listening to your intuition in new ways, trusting your intuition in new ways, maybe seeing your intuitive connection in a way that you haven't before. Maybe more respect and honor, but also more discipline. Maybe more structure around how you connect to your intuition. This is the week for it. And then the animal that came through as we are almost kind of walking through air, being led by the enthusiasm of the receiver. It was the gazelle. And I love the gazelle because it really does kind of connect to the Capricorn energy. It has horns and is very goat like, but with more of a hyper speed. And as I share what the gazelle represents, connect to where in your life is the theme spotlighting. And that will be a bit of a message and guidance for what to focus on to set your intentions this week. The gazelle represents the energy of leap of faith, optimistic mindset, momentum, endurance, awakened consciousness, leaving the past behind, achievement, love, and encouragement. And of course, it would not be an energy update without a little check in to Animal Speak by Ted Andrews and the keynote themes for Gazelle: trust your intuition, respond quickly to avoid trouble or complications, and follow through on all you do. And then this excerpt really jumped out like a gazelle from the pages. So I'm going to share this little excerpt and hopefully it inspires and reminds you of what you need to focus on and see the opportunities around for this week. Gazelles thrive in dry country and can go without drinking for long periods of time. This hints at the stamina and persistence sometimes required in life situations. We may find ourselves at times doing without what would replenish us. Although things may seem to be drying up around us, when the gazelle appears, we will be able to survive the droughts more easily and effectively than most. When it does run, the gazelle tries to get a good jump and zigzags wildly, making it impossible for predators to reach full speed. Sometimes, when endangered, gazelles do not use their natural speed and leaping ability to escape. They will instead dart around for several hundred yards and then stop to look back at their enemy. Sometimes they discover their enemy is still behind them, and the time taken to stop and look was all that was needed for the predator to pounce, leaving things half done, uncompleted, and stopping to rest before the work is truly done may create complications and problems. When gazelle appears, it promises great vision and great ability to achieve that goal in environments where others may suffer. Are we counting our chickens before they are hatched? Are we not following through on our vision? Are we giving up when it becomes difficult? Are we hesitating once we have committed ourselves? This is what the gazelle can help teach us. Well, we have real Capricorn energy with that gazelle, so much meaning connected to everything that I shared with you, especially in the meditation too. And I feel very inspired by the gazelle and the new moon and everything that came through in the meditation. This is the week. This is a turning point in a new way. So take advantage of the support and don't forget to share and give what you know you need to. And don't make time the reason that you do not. Don't let the shadow side of Saturn stop you. And now let me share some writing prompts to help you dive even deeper into the energy of the week. Number one, what have you been ignoring about your natural intuitive connection? Number two, how can you work with your intuition and listen to it in new ways? Number three, where are you not following through on your vision? And number four, for the new moon, and you can put this into your own words, but just a little template to start. I am so grateful to give, and then fill in what you are offering, what you are sharing, what you are giving, so that I can receive, and then put in your long term goal, whatever your dream or desire is, in a grounded, clear vision way. And remember, with the new moon intention, even if I accidentally said it, don't say so that I can or that I will receive, just so that I receive. Make it a statement that is true. And thank you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Intuitive Seek. I would love to hear, as always, thank you to everyone who reaches out to me. It is so nice to know that I am not just speaking into the void, although that's not bad either. But it is nice to know that there are people out there that are listening. And yeah, let me know if anything resonates for you about this week ahead. And you can go to the links in the show notes where you can explore all the ways that I can support you. I still have a space for my February key openings, the one-on-one 4-month journey. So have a look. If you feel the pull, connect with me. And hugely appreciated if you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And if you feel called to give some support, then please share this episode with a friend, or you could also leave a review. That is super helpful. So thank you so much again. Be extra kind to yourself and everyone else. And I will talk to you next week.